want results like this, to earn millions of dollars from the nightclub by just doing one mission, well, that's what I'm about to show you. After this video, all your questions about the nightclub and how it works will have been answered. Starting off, we gotta pick a location for your nightclub. You purchase the nightclub from the Mace Bank Foreclosures website, and there are 10 locations that are available, cheapest one being around $1 million and the most expensive one being around 1.7 million. The best locations for the nightclub is the West Vinewood location or the downtown Vinewood location. These are the most expensive nightclubs, but they are pretty ideal for cell missions, although it doesn't really matter what location you get. Just don't get any of the ones that are on the bottom of the map. Avoid the 3 cheapest nightclubs that you can buy. Buy one of the other ones. You will thank me later. Also, if you ever consider changing locations later, like changing your nightclub to another one, that means you have to re-buy the upgrades for the nightclub. I will talk about the upgrades in just a bit, but just remember, if you buy upgrades for your nightclub and then you change the location, you'll have to buy it again. Also, avoid buying the cosmetics for the nightclub. Unless you have the money for it, you will just be wasting cash on this, because it is just cosmetics and makes you no money. What you do want is extra storage. This gives you an optional 4 more levels with storage, meaning you can store more product. This is not mandatory straight away, but I would recommend upgrading to more storage later down the line at some point. Once you purchase the nightclub, there will be 2 setups for you to do. They're really straightforward. You just have to pick up some stuff and some equipment. Now on to the upgrades that I talked about. There are 3 different upgrades you can buy. You can get the equipment upgrade, which is $1.4 million. You can get the staff upgrade, which is about 500k, and then the security upgrade, which is about 700k. Now starting off, the equipment upgrade is a must-have. You need this. This increases the speed that goods are being produced in your nightclub. So basically, you'll get more money faster. This one is definitely worth the 1.4 million. The staff upgrade goes more on your actual club because it slows popularity decay. Basically, your popularity in your nightclub is gonna go down slowly, and what the staff upgrade does is that it goes down even slower. So the upgrade is not essential, especially if you're running low on cash, but it's really great to have once you've got the cash for it, because keeping popularity at the max in your club is really important. Now the last one we have is the security upgrade. This reduces the chance of a raid, but you can still get raided. So in my opinion, it's a pretty useless upgrade because it says it reduces it, but you can still get raided and it still happens as much as it did before, so I would recommend not buying this one. Now we get on to the actual money methods. There are 2 methods of earning money with the nightclub. The first one is the actual club itself. From the club, you will gradually get money put into your safe in your office, and at any time you want, you can go and collect this money. The maximum capacity in the safe is 250k, and when it hits this amount, you have to take it out or else it will stop producing money. Every 48 minutes, you will get an amount of money that will be put in your safe. This amount depends on how high the popularity of your nightclub is. If you have the popularity maxed out, as you should, you will get $50,000 added to the safe every 48 minutes. The best ways to increase popularity is 1, by kicking out troublemakers. This legit takes 10 seconds and you get 10k for it and a lot of popularity. Just look for a blue dot on your radar when inside the nightclub. You will also get a message from your security that saying that you have a troublemaker to kick out. This increases it by a lot. Second one is driving a VIP to the hospital or to his home. This one takes a bit longer, but it's still under 5 minutes and it gets you a bunch of popularity and also 10k. This is also a blue dot on the map. The third way to get a lot of popularity is by changing DJ. If you have bought all the DJs beforehand, you can basically just switch back and forth from those DJs until you get max popularity. Every time you switch to a new DJ, you get a little bit of popularity. So if you switch back and forth like 5 or 6 times, you will probably max out your popularity. A bonus tip there is to go down into the basement of the nightclub. That way you skip the cutscene of the DJ going on stage. Now the second way to make money with the nightclub is the underground warehouse, and this is where the big money is being made. With the underground warehouse, you produce goods, and to produce these goods you need technicians. Now there are 5 possible technicians that you can hire. You will get one of them for free. He's called Yohan. And the 4 remaining you will have to buy to unlock them. In total, to get them all, it will be $878,000. To put it simply, the more technicians you have, the faster and more money you can earn. For each technician that you have, he needs to be assigned to one product that he will source. When you have assigned him to, for example, cargo and shipments, your technician will then go out and find that product for you and then store it in the warehouse. Completely passive. However, there is even more to this. For your technician to actually be able to source this product, you will need to own that business that produces that product. That sentence might have been a bit confusing, so let's break it down. In GTA Online, there are 7 businesses that are linked with the nightclub. These have different names inside the nightclub, but they are the same. In there only being 5 technicians and 7 businesses that you can possibly link, we have to put 2 businesses to the side and not assign a technician for them. To figure out what to let go, let's pull out the numbers. Cargo and shipments will pay you $8,570 an hour. Sporting goods will pay you $7.5K an hour. South American imports $13.5K an hour. Pharmaceutical research will pay you $11,500 an hour. Organic produce will pay you $6,075 an hour. Printing and copying will pay you $5,004 an hour. And cash creation will pay you $9,550 an hour. By going over this, we can now see that the top 5 businesses that earn you the most money per hour in the nightclub are cargo and shipments, sporting goods, South American imports, pharmaceutical research, and cash creation. Also, the nightclub is 100% solo friendly when selling it. You will always only get 1 delivery vehicle to deliver, so you can easily do it by yourself, even in a full public lobby with 20 other players. Now, there are other ways to get goods into your nightclub other than your technicians, because they do it completely passive. You can also do some active missions to get more goods. The 2 ways to do this is with business battles and the Yohan missions. With the business battles, there has to be at least 3 players in the lobby for the business battle to start or spawn. With the business battles, you will on average earn 2 to 8 crates every battle. That is about 10K per crate that you pick up. Sometimes this will be individual crates, and sometimes this will be one single truck that you have to drive. For the Yohan missions, you can request them by just calling Yohan on your phone. With these missions, he gives you a location, you go there, you steal a truck with a random crate in it, and you deliver it back to the nightclub. This also has a 20-minute cooldown. Alright, so we have filled the nightclub up to the max. Now it's time for the money. Let's sell. The best time to sell is when the South American import is at the maximum, which is 10 crates. This will maximize your profits, as if you were to wait for the other goods to fill up, it would take up to 60 hours. South American imports takes about 20 hours to fill up. That means for 40 hours, the South American imports will not be producing anything, as it is already maxed out. You can see how that is not great. Also, when you sell, your nightclub associate Tony will always take a 10% cut. However, that is capped at 100K per sale when the sale is above $1 million. By doing this is the best way to maximize earnings per hour. Now, a bonus tip with the nightclub is that you can buy and store the Terabyte and the Oppressor Mark II in it. The Terabyte can be stored in the nightclub, and the Terabyte can then store the Oppressor Mark II. By storing the Oppressor Mark II inside the Terabyte, you gain access to the upgrades needed for the Oppressor Mark II, which is obviously the missiles and the countermeasure. If you don't have these, the Oppressor Mark II is basically useless. The Terabyte is the only place to access these upgrades for the Mark II, so it is absolutely essential to have in this game. In addition to this, the Terabyte also offers the Master Control Terminal, so you can resupply your businesses from anywhere on the map. In addition to that, it can also run client jobs, which is small jobs which takes about 5 minutes each, and it pays around 30K for each mission. So definitely invest into the Terabyte and the Oppressor Mark II when you have enough money for that. At this point, you should be ready to make millions upon millions with the nightclub. If you want to actively grind some money while you wait for your nightclub to stock up, you can watch my guide on the Cayo Perico heist, which is the best money making method in GTA Online. Subscribing and leaving a like would also help out greatly. God bless, and thank you for watching. Yabba dabba doo.